All right, so I'm looking over here, right? And then I turn around and I can't believe what I see on the floor. Look at this.
Really pretty.
Look at this Pac-Man rug. Oh my gosh. Check this out. This goes back to 1980. All right, the snowplow trucks are out. It is a winter wonderland, and we are headed to our first estate sale since the summer of 2024. We're almost there. Let's get at it. All right, I see a pink sign up there. That means we are near the estate sale. So it should be right over here. It says house sale. Yep, there we go. All right. And up this hill somewhere. Oh, I think we just passed it actually. I think this is it. Look at this house. Oh, that is a cool looking house. I love that doorway. That is so cool. I can't wait to go in and explore this place. All right, so let's do our usual and we will explore the house a little bit before everyone arrives. Very nice. I can't get up this walkway here because there's just so much snow, but I really love those circular archways too, right up top as well, right next to the door. That's really cool. Let's take a look over here and explore the garage area. This is nice. Got the hanging vines up top. That is pretty cool. This must be how people are entering for the estate sale. But, they do have the driveway plowed out, but beyond that, there's no entranceway to get in over here. But it is beautiful. Really nice wintry morning here in Syracuse. So it's fitting this would be the first estate sale I would come back to. It would be a wintry one. We've had many of them in the past. So let's take a look over on this side. I really like how it's that raised, elevated look over there. It's really cool. So let's get a look on the other end. All right, so here's our look from the back of the house. And here's our look from the side. And it's really nice when you come around the corner. All right, and that's that view I was looking for. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. It's a really nice approach when you turn into the development here. All right, so now we just gotta wait, get on the list, and get inside. All right, now just to commemorate the occasion of coming back to doing estate sale videos, I brought 2 fresh new boxes to start off this new journey. So here we go, let's fill them up. All right, now I just have to say, sitting here waiting before the estate sale, I am feeling a little bit antsy because I haven't been to one in a long time. So I'm concerned that I might be a little bit rusty. I don't know. I haven't been to one since the summertime of 2024. That's a long time, about 1.5 years. So I am excited though. I do miss them. And so this looks like a good opportunity based on the pictures that I've seen. And I know the dealer. I haven't seen them in quite a while. So the last time I had a little break before I saw them, they were really excited to see me again. So this has been the longest period of time that I haven't seen them. So I'm sure there'll be lots of smiles and some hugs seeing, my friendly estate sale dealers again. So, all right, now we just wait. All right, and just for the record, everyone, just so you can see, it's 7 degrees outside. It's beautiful, but it is cold. My feet are so cold, I have to press them up against the vent just to keep them warm right now. Oh my gosh. All right, I just got back from saying hi to the estate sale dealers because I wanted to do that beforehand rather than, surprise everyone and walk in and then everyone else was grabbing stuff while I'm saying hello. So, it was interesting to find out this is not the first day of this sale. So this is a Saturday. The sale was yesterday from 11 to 3, but then prior to that, there were 11 additional days that they have sold out of this house. So apparently it was like jam-packed with stuff, with like high-end stuff. A lot of fashion stuff, but also non-fashion stuff. And apparently there's still a lot left. So just keep that in mind. I am coming in at like the tail end of this stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what's left. But you know what? That's what happens when you're gone for a year and a half and you're out of the loop. But now I'm back in the loop. I've got the scoop on some other estate sales coming up soon. So, you know, we'll be getting back into the swing of things. But I just wanted to give you that heads up before we head in there. All right, I'm first in line. My comeback.
Yeah, it's your comeback, kid.
Here we go.
Okay, so in the garage isn't totally done yet.
Okay.
So you have 3 racks of clothing only out here.
Okay.
Other than that, you go straight through. You'll see all the clothes downstairs.
Okay.
You go upstairs. There's bedrooms and a main floor.
Awesome.
Everything's full.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Here we go.
It's here too. Yes, it's upstairs. Okay.
We'll come back out here later. This owl is pretty interesting. Owls sell well. Look at this. It's just kind of sitting here waiting for me. What do you think? I think that someone would like this. I think it's so cool. It's just been sitting here for presumably like 11, 12 straight sales. People walking by this and not grabbing it. Prime Time's grabbing this. We're going to get this little... Sorry. Just get this little owl here. Give it a little double tap for good luck. Here we go. All right, so that's the entrance we came in, and this is the entranceway to go up the stairs. I love the archway here. It's really cool. Got this tapestry hanging here. You got those really cool Chinese ancestor plaques hanging there. Those are actually pretty valuable. I wonder what the price is for them. People probably walk by them because they're so high. Speaking of high, look at that light up there. That is really cool. So, I wonder if those are for sale. Let's try to find out. All right, so I just checked and the dealer said they have not priced these yet, but if you ever see this pair, these are listed on eBay right now for $400. So that's definitely a good pair to get if you could get it for a good price. So just be on the lookout for those. All right, so here we go. Let's head up the stairs and see what we can find here. Looks like there's some Christmas decorations and all sorts of stuff to explore. Okay, so right here, there's a lot of Mackenzie Child stuff. It is 25% off, but some of the stuff is pretty pricey, you know, like $500 for the turtle, $800 for this turtle. So, you know, I'm gonna pass on this higher end stuff just because, you know, it's so much, and also I'm concerned about breakage. So some of this Mackenzie Child stuff is just crazy. It's amazing how much they could charge for this black and white checkered design. So this is just like a placemat, okay? With this bird on here. Is it a black and white duck? But look at the price on it. $300 for this. So there's just no way. But, you know, some collectors will pay up for it. So the key is to get Mackenzie Child's at a low price if you can, but that's tough to do sometimes. And as you can see here, you know, they're gonna charge up for this stuff here. All right, so that's the area I just came from with all the Mackenzie Childs, and then I came over here in this room, and there's a bunch of purses, handbags, and that's one of the things I actually look for. If you remember, in my last video, I found that clock handbag, which was really cool. And so over here, one of the things that I found, just kind of hide them back here, is this Elvis purse handbag. This is through the Bradford Exchange, and it's double-sided. The zipper does work. It's in nice shape overall. It's definitely used, but I have seen one of these sell previously for $40, and the price on it right now is $10. The thing is, though, the cheapest one currently available on the market is $107. That's with the shipping. So, you know, that one looks to be in better shape than this one, but this one's not in bad shape, and I think this would be good for an Elvis Presley collector. So it's a neat piece. We're gonna grab it and give it a double tap. Do 2 Elvises. Put it right here. All right, we're off and running. All right, well, moving on from next to the bags, over here there are these really cool shelf sitters. I love shelf sitters, and these are anthropomorphic fruit shelf sitters. They're really cute. So I think I'm gonna pick them up for only $4 a piece. So these tend to sell best in lots. They don't sell for a ton of money, you know, so 4 of them I've seen sell for $30. So you're not gonna make a fortune off of these, but they're really cool. I'd like to have them in my store, and I'll probably get somewhat of a reduced price at checkout anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna grab these for someone who really likes fruit. This is a, you know, really cool little lot. So yeah, I'm gonna pick these up. These are gonna look nice in someone's kitchen. And here's a little close-up on each one, if you want to see it a little bit better. It kind of reminds me of the Fruit of the Loom guy. Remember those ads back in the day? The Fruit of the Loom guys? Oh my gosh, that cracks me up. This is pretty cool. I'd say these two are like my favorite ones right here. Really neat. All right, so I'm looking over here, right? And then I turn around and I can't believe what I see on the floor. Look at this. Look at this Pac-Man rug. Oh my gosh, you know what? I don't even care about this necessarily for reselling, although I would resell it, but I would love this just for me, honestly. But check this out. This goes back to 1980. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this. This is so cool. This gets bigger too, so expand it out. And there we go, look at that. I can't believe this is still sitting here. Oh my God, I'm definitely getting this. What's the price on it? $250. Oh my gosh, that's a bummer. Man, I would have got it if it wasn't for that price. Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, I know, that's amazing though. That's such an amazing rug. Oh my God. All right, so let's try to use a little silver lining approach with this Pac-Man rug, just as a lesson for sourcing wherever you go. So I think that how they came to the $250 price is that if you look this up, there's one available right now for $285 plus $44 shipping. So they just lowered it a little bit. However, if you look on eBay for the last 3 years for sold comps, the highest one has ever sold for is $75 plus around like $12 shipping. So it just wouldn't make sense to invest the $250 into this, even if you really wanted to buy it as a collector, because, you know, the value of it is you're primarily determined based on what it was previously sold for. So it's really cool, but just can't do $250 for it, but I absolutely love it. All right, so above the Pac-Man rug, that's driving me crazy because I really want that so bad. But this is pretty neat. We have this Hallows Eve witch plush, and she technically could be considered a shelf sitter, and she's pretty neat. No price on her, but I did check, and she is $4. So I do well selling witch Halloween items, plush items, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab this one, give you a little close up. And she has these little sequins on her, which is really cool. It's nice and bright and shimmery. And they even go down here too. So it's really cool. She has the, you know, the black and orange stockings and stuff and the boots. So I think it's a really neat piece for $4. All right, so moving from that way over here, just showing you some of the items that are here. There is a little bit of sticker shock for me here today. So this Jester, wow, $450 for the Jester. So I think I'm gonna pass on that, but this is from Catherine's collections. So there's definitely some really high-end stuff at this sale. There are Cabbage Patch Kids here. These were all the rage back in 1984. People were fighting to get at the Cabbage Patch dolls. There were these huge lines, it was this huge craze, and these people invested in a bunch of these Cabbage Patch dolls. So I'm showing them to you because I know it's going to bring back memories for some people. If you had one of these Cabbage Patch dolls, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to pass on them for the prices here. Most of them are $80. Oh, look at this one here, $100 for that one with the dog in it. That's cool. A little combo there. Usually they're individual. You don't usually see the combos. But there we go. Just figured you'd get a kick out of seeing the Cabbage Patch dolls. Okay, so on closer look, you could see that this one here with the multiple characters in it, this one came out in 2013. So that's why there's multiples in there, because typically, you know, these ones from the 80s, these are singles. So that's why it's like that. Now, just as an update, I think I did a good job picking this one up. Someone came up to me, another customer, and was like, "Oh my God, I love that thing. That's awesome." So, yeah, just a little lesson. You know, sometimes I see these things, they're hanging on the doorways as I walk into the estate sales, and a lot of people just walk by them for some reason. I think some people just want to get into the house, and sometimes people might think they're not for sale or something, but you just be on the lookout for stuff like that. One last thing on the Cabbage Patch Kids before we move on. There are some from 1984, new in box, that sell for between $200 and $300. Thing is, I'm just not seeing any here that fit into that category just based on known sold comps. So, you know, if there was one like that, I would think about it. But yeah, that's why I'm passing. All right, so moving on from the Cabbage Patch Kid area, I was looking over here and I saw these two lips over here, and I said, "This looks interesting," and opened it up. And check out what this is. This is from Lazy Zone. It says, "I moose, have a kiss, goodnight." I think that's really cute. It's like a little nightgown shirt kind of thing. So this is just one I'm gonna get based off of instinct. I like it. Looks like it's a size large. Yeah, and it's only $4. So yeah, we'll pick this one up. I like it. All right, so we're gonna move down the hallway here. There's some rooms that are do not enter, but this one over here we can enter. So let's see what we have in here. All right, well, this is interesting. I don't know who Debbie is, but I'm gonna pick this up.
Who did that?
I don't know. It's nice. It's signed by an artist. I really love how she looks. The red dress is amazing. A shirt.
86.
86. Yeah, it just, that's the thing. It screams 80s to me. Plus the name Debbie, kind of an 80s name.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab this because I think someone's gonna buy it. I normally stay away from the characters.
Want me to take anything down for you so it doesn't get scratched? And...
No, I got it well protected in there. Yeah,
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we're gonna pick Debbie up.
Bye, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie. Give you a
nice
double tap.
knowing you.
Bye-bye. Coming home in prime time now. All right, so just a reminder for those who haven't seen the videos in a while, this is why I like to carry nested boxes, because this area right here between the two boxes serves as a protection zone, and I could just slide the item in like that, and it stays nice and safe while I walk around. Reminder when looking at DVDs and CDs, always check inside, because as you can see, that's missing a CD. These are neat pieces here with the bull and the matador. The problem is there's just too much color loss and chipping off of it, so that's why I'm passing up on it, and that's why the price is 20 bucks a piece, but I do like them, they're nice. Whoever lived here definitely liked jungle animals and stuff, and lions and tigers and giraffes and stuff. I've definitely seen that theme throughout the house. We've got some cheetah print, leopard print boots here, so play that saxophone music. Here's some shoes here. They're priced at like 60 bucks, 60 bucks for Clark's. Let's see here. 60 bucks for these. So, you know, $40 for the Dansko. I'm not an expert in women's shoes, so if there's something you see that you would have picked up, you know, let me know. I'll show you a few more over here. These are 40, but normally, you know, when you go to these sales, you really don't want to be paying $40, $60 for, you know, for shoes and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna leave them here, but I just wanted to show them off to you. All right, so we're gonna head out of that room and we are going to move on into this one. All right, so let's see what we have in here. Oh boy, I hear the music. Hey, Primetime. I know the prices here are pretty high on some of the items, so why don't you buy me for $15? Well, let's see. You know, normally I would, but I'm gonna have to pass because it looks like this one is pretty used. So I think that might scare some people away, but I do appreciate the tip from the head nurse. You know, this is a cool Snoopy toy box with Woodstock on it by Little Buddies. It's modern, it's not like from the 80s or anything, but it looks like it's a good shape. You know, if Facebook Marketplace did better around here for me recently, then maybe I would think about picking this up for the $35 and try to flip it, but I'm just gonna leave it here. But it's a cool piece, I wanted to show it to you. All right, so right above the Snoopy box here, this really drew my attention because you know how much I love sharks, and Jaws is one of my favorite movies, and this is really a cool piece right here. This is actually a popcorn bucket. They are making really cool popcorn buckets these days, and this is for the Jaws 50th anniversary. So I'll show you a picture of what this looks like when the popcorn is in Jaws' mouth. It's super cool. I recently sold a Deadpool popcorn bucket for around $50 or so. So be on the lookout for these types of things. They sell well. Brand new one of these I have seen sell for $140. Now that's a bit of an outlier. I have seen another one sell for about $100. The cheapest one is available right now is for $100. That's with the shipping. You could see the price on this one is $30. It's not brand new. It's a little bit beat up, so it does have some scuffs on it, but it is a shark, so it's been through a lot of battles and stuff, so that's okay. There's nothing like really majorly wrong with it or anything. So I think that I am going to grab this one for the $30. This is my favorite item so far. I absolutely love this. All right, so here's some other things in this room. If you see something that you would have picked up, you know, let me know. But you know, I'm gonna pass on this vase for $30, $50 on the Elvis canvas art. Nope. So I'll just show you some of the other things here. A fan for $8. If it was one of the blue fans, maybe I'd be into it. Printing ink. This is usually something I go for. But the price is $40 on the printing ink. Oh my. You know, normally printing ink, it doesn't cost that much when you find it at estate sales and garage sales. Usually get it for a couple bucks. The issue here too, you have to look for the expiration date, and this one you could see expires October of 2021. Now you could still buy it and sell it and disclose the expiration date, but there will be some buyers who just won't get it because of that. So it's gonna be a pass for them because they don't want to risk it. But you know, a lot of times it still does work, so people will still buy it, especially for the older models. But yeah, I can't get it for $40. So here's an interesting one. Let me know what you think of this one. I've not seen this brand before. Facillo Pessis. $500 for this. Bright and colorful, but I'm gonna pass on it for the $500. All right, so where I was there, this is across the hallway. I am just taking a look at some of these different clothes that are here. Now, you know, women's clothes, it's not an area that I specialize in, and because of that, I have to be careful. Like, I'm not gonna pay $75 for something that, you know, I don't really have expertise in. You know, for all I know, it could be worth, you know, $200, but you gotta be careful when you're sourcing in areas that you're not as familiar with. But that's why we have a comment section, so, you know, if there's something you see that I should pay more attention to, you know, definitely let me know, you know, if you have expertise in women's clothing. Okay, here's another nice, bright and colorful coat that you might like. It's an interesting shaped button there. But price on this one is $300 for Donnybrook. And there's one behind it. Let's see, I'm just looking for a colorful one here. This one's $100, and that's Gallery. Yeah, I'm showing this because if you have expertise in this area, I'm curious what you think of the prices, and let me know if you would have picked any of this stuff up for the higher end stuff. We were in that high price room, you know, with all the expensive clothes, but they do have discounted clothes. So here's a $5 rack, and here's a $5 rack as well. So they do have things for different tastes and for different, you know, types of customers. So you know, different types of items. So here's shoes. You know, we were talking about some of the shoes up there were higher priced. You know, here's some 9 West for $5 and stuff. So I'll take a look through this and see if there's anything that might have some potential. You know, if you see something as well, you know, let me know. But you know, I'm going to go through these racks. You know, one of the things that I look for as a rule of thumb is something bright and colorful, and this certainly fits the bill. Look at that. That's a nice silk. Here's the problem for me. It's pretty small, and I've had a really hard time over the years selling things that are size small. It says size 10 on it, but you could just see it's a pretty small piece, so it's just going to sit probably for a really long time, even though it's really pretty, but I'm going to leave it here. All right, so this is something new that I'm gonna try in the new version of the estate sale videos I'm gonna do. You know, I'm often doing a lot of teaching and instructing in the videos, but I want you to teach me sometimes as well. So I'm gonna take you through this rack. Now, keep in mind, most of this stuff is size medium, and so that hurts as well trying to sell. Usually, I like it to be at least a large. Extra large is better, especially for men's clothes, but for women's, you know, at least a large. But let's just say this, let's just imagine this stuff was a large, okay? I'm curious, is there something here? Just tell me in the comment section, you know, put the timestamp and tell me, oh yeah, I would have looked into that and I would have bought that. You know, this one I looked at, it's Jones, New York. I like the links on the bottom here, but, and there's another one of these too. Yeah, here it is. I was looking at this one here before, but it's a medium. Otherwise, I would have looked into it, but and here we go. You know, I like to look for things that are brightly colored. You know, some of these are, but a lot of these are just bland to me. So I'm not really seeing anything that I would have wanted to get, even if they were larges. Now, I knew there were going to be women's clothes here when I came here. This one's interesting. I love New York. Oh, no, wait, not New York. I'm biased when I say that. I love St. Louis, but see, here we go. Small. So that's going to be a problem. Otherwise, that would have been one I would have looked into because I like the, you know, the glittery, not glittery, but the shiny look there. So let's see here. What else we got? We'll just get through this rack. See, here there are some larges in here, so it's not all medium, but that just seems to me to be standard leopard print, as much as I like leopard print. And boy, look how much, see what I was saying? They love leopard print here in animals. I bet the people that lived here, they went on, you know, safaris and stuff. And look at this. This one's interesting. What do you think of this one? Let's see. What's the size? Let's see. Size Vitadini medium. Darn it. See, if it was a large, I would have looked into that one. But yeah, that's the thing I miss about estate sales is that you get to, you know, kind of learn about the people that live there. Everyone has their own special interests and, you know, hobbies and stuff, and the things that they acquire in their life, you know, reflects that. And so, you know, you can just see like a lot of the animal print, you know, in this house, a lot of jungle theme type things on the walls, some of the figures and stuff, and it's even reflected in the clothing, which I think is interesting. So there's like an interesting psychology, you know, going to estate sales and checking them out. This one is pretty neat too. I like the colors on this one, but let's see. See, again, we got Jones, New York, and it's a medium. So this is why this stuff is on a $5 rack, I think. So I'm gonna pass, but if you think I made a mistake, let me know in the comment section. All right, some of you might have seen this lamp here, which is pretty neat, but you can see the price on it is $175. That would be, you know, really tough to ship. You'd have to pretty much do that on Facebook Marketplace anyway. And yeah, I can't do it for $175. Plus, it's a little bit unstable too. So I'm gonna leave it here. All right, so we were right there, and then there's more. There's lots of stuff for basically $5, $10. Women's jeans. You know, lots of different stuff there. In terms of the brands on the jeans, let's see what we got here. You know, looks like it says Lowe's. I don't think it's Lowe's, like the department store. Maybe it'll be easier to see right here. Oh no, it's Levi's. Okay, so there are some Levi's here for $10. Levi's could go for good money, depending on what kind of Levi's they are. $20. Okay, see, and less priced. So some of them are more. So $20 on this one. This is one of these tricky areas again, blue jeans. It's tough, but some vintage Levi's could go for good money. There's some Calvin Kleins. This seems to be mostly modern though to me. Maybe there's a few vintage things here, but here's another Levi's. Levi Strauss as well. All right, I'll take a look. If there's anything that I like, I'll let you know. All right, so I looked through this. I'm not seeing anything that I really want to pick up here. And some of these sizes, they're pretty small. Like, look at this. This is a size 4. This is one of the Levi Strausses. It's not all Levi though. There's a few Levi, but you know, you can see here there's a Donna Karan, DKNY, and you know, I showed the Calvin Kleins, and there's some other brands here as well. But like here we got Dana Buchman. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna pass on this stuff. All right, so let's take a shot at some of these. I finally found something that I like that's in a large, in a good brand. So we have Ralph Lauren. There you can see size large right there. Blue sticker means $5. And it's nice and light for the spring and summertime. Look at those colors, really pops. It's got all the buttons. They're not all buttoned up yet, but all the buttons are there. There's no rips or tears. That's really nice. I really like that blend of colors there. So I think I could probably sell it for around 30. So pick it up for 5, flip it for 30, hopefully, or somewhere around there, you know, somewhere in the hopefully mid to upper 20s. And then this one too, look at the colors on that. I really like the pink there with the orange. That blends nice together. In addition to the teal coloring there as well. So kind of has an Eastern vibe to it. I like it. So yeah, these are the 2 right now that I see that I want to get for the $5, and we'll try these out and get some ladies clothing up in the Primetime Treasure Hunter eBay store. All right, I'm over at another rack. It's just right across from the one I was just at, and I found another Ralph Lauren that I really like. I love how these bright colors pop off of the white. That's really nice. So we're gonna add this one as well. Look at that. That is so cool. You know, in situations like this, sometimes I think you just have to go by gut instinct, because you're not always going to find, you know, an exact comp for everything. I'm not even bothering, you know, researching this or anything, but it just looks cool to me. I like it, visual appeal, and we're going to add this one to the mix. All right, so just to complete this and go full circle, I came back to the garage area. I'm glad I passed by this stuff initially, because these are just nondescript men's shirts. Same thing with the pants here. Same thing with the coats. There's really nothing interesting. Back here, I did find another Ralph Lauren, but unfortunately it's a medium, so I'm passing on it. As you can see, the stuff back here is not for sale. There's a sign here that says only the clothing is for sale. So technically, shoes are clothing. I found these vintage Converse, and I asked what the price was on it, but they have not priced it yet. So these are not for sale yet, I was told. Too bad, because this would have been a nice pickup, but that's going to be it. And we are going to check out and see how much all this came to. All right, so we are all checked out. Now, if you're wondering, there was no basement to explore because it was all water damaged, and they told me there was nothing down there. So anything that was down there was pulled out and put on the other floors. So checkout price, everything here came to a grand total of $70. And when we're adding everything up, we got to everything besides this, and it came to $69. And she said, let's just make it an even 70. So I feel fortunate to have gotten this for just $1. And I actually feel fortunate to have gotten it at all, because if you remember, it came out of that garage and there was a sign in there that said, you know, nothing else in the garage was for sale besides the clothes, but you know, there it was standing there on the way in. And so she wound up selling it to me for just $1. So I'm very happy with this, and we'll talk some more once I warm up in the Primetime Treasure Mobile. Wow, I just cannot tell you the feeling that I had when I was in the house, just taking in the moment and just telling myself, wow, you're actually in a home doing an estate sale again. And it's just, an amazing feeling. I can't explain it. You know, I guess when something is gone for a while and then you get it back, you appreciate it that much more. So it really was fun getting back in there, and I really appreciate these dealers, the Harrington estate sale dealers, because they let me go in and film, and they don't give me any grief about it whatsoever. And that's not something I could say for all estate sale dealers. So there are some that allow me to do it, but some that don't. And so I got to be careful, and I have to pick my spots. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to go to some other estate sales, and this is the first one, just to get things back up and started again. And I hope that you enjoyed it. Of course, we're going to see Daisy at the end of the video, so this isn't the end right here. But let me know what you thought. You know, this is just really me getting my feet wet. I'm fine with the amount of stuff that I got. I'm purposely trying to be more discerning because I want to try to have as much stuff listed as possible when I actually put the video up. Ideally, I actually want to have everything listed before the video is up. So that will help me keep up with inventory and still keep making inroads into other inventory that I have that I haven't listed yet. So that's a big goal for me moving forward in the future. And I'm excited that you're here to follow me along with this adventure of the Primetime Treasure Hunter YouTube channel. So let's get back. We'll see Daisy, and then we'll sign off. Oh, hello. Hello, Daisy. How are you? How you doing? Oh my gosh, look at this greeting. Hello. Wow, you must be so excited about the estate sales videos being back. Yes, they're back. Oh my gosh, look at this. We don't normally see you go crazy like this. Oh, that's right. That's right. They're back. How are you doing? Look at that tail. Look at that tail. Oh boy, your fans are going to be excited. They're going to be excited. Do you want a snack? Oh, does Daisy want a snack? You deserve a snack for that greeting. Look at her. By the way, Daisy has a Facebook page, so make sure you go and follow her, Daisy the Shih Tzu. And we're going to give her a treat here, so you could follow some of Daisy's adventures over there and see what are you up to? What are you up to? What are you doing? Okay, let's get her a treat right here. All right, here we go. This is the treat area. Oh, she knows they're up there. Oh, don't be scared, Daisy. Come here. Come here. Here we go. Here we go. Daisy, here. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Take that treat. Yummy, 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 yum, 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 yum. Where are you gonna go with it? Where are you gonna go with it? So in addition to Daisy's Facebook page, make sure you check out my Facebook page, the Primetime Treasure Hunter Facebook page. I interact with all of you there, whoever's there, every day. Lots of fun posts. It's, you know, some of it's reselling related, but not all. I put up lots of fun stuff for interactions. So I've got reels there as well. So stuff that I don't show on the YouTube channel. So it's pretty interesting. I even have cooking with Primetime over there and shopping with Primetime. So you see some of the funny stuff that whoa, look at this. Funny stuff I come across in the grocery store. And you never know. I post about anything and everything over there. So it's just a way for me to share some more different type of content than I can here on the YouTube channel. Because the YouTube channel, I'm pretty restricted that it has to be reselling related, but not so much over there. So, but I think you'll enjoy it. So come on by, check it out, and come join me over there, and make sure you say hello, and mention that maybe you came over from hearing about it in the video. That would be nice to hear. So, and let me know what your favorite item was that you saw me pick up in this video. Me personally, my favorite item was the Jaws shark popcorn holder container. That was super cool. But some of you might have liked a different item that I picked up. So I always like to hear that. Let me know. Daisy's super excited. So we got a lot to do. We got a lot of processing to do and stuff. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the first estate sale video coming back in quite a while here on the channel. So I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for many more. All right, bye Daisy. See everyone over on Facebook too. Take care.